Well, we're already in the third week of the cross country season, which is pretty exciting. It's going super fast already, and I know these seniors are going to be sad to see it done, even under these strange COVID circumstances. Today, I got to catch up with Olivia O'Toole, who's a two-time captain and a senior on the cross country team. And Olivia got to share some of her thoughts and insights on what she wants to do and things about cross country. And I really enjoyed the chat. So I hope you do too, and I hope you enjoy getting to know Olivia a little bit and another awesome reflection of what Heritage Cross Country is all about. So thanks, Julia, for the interview, and everyone else enjoy.
Okay. Hi, I'm Olivia O'Toole. I'm a senior captain, and I've been running cross country since sixth grade.
And you have a very important role on the team. What is your role on the team, Olivia?
Oh, I'm currently a captain
Absolutely.
and a
I,
senior.
and a senior. And I think a 2-year captain. And I think the last captain of all 8 captains to get interviewed. So I saved the best for last. Is that right?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. But now, as I told you, we're going to do approximately 7 questions. I'm not so good at counting, so it's usually somewhere around 6 or 7. But everybody gets the point, right?
I charge you for the 8th question.
Yes, per question, so I should go for 6, but we'll see. I think this is a pretty good question to start with. Since you've been a captain for 2 years, it's obviously something that is significant for you and it must have a lot of importance. So I'll ask the first question is, what does being a captain mean to you?
Well, being a captain for me especially means creating a welcoming environment for the team. You know, coming in freshman year, I was so intimidated, because you're going into high school and it's a whole new team from middle school. So it's important to me to make everybody feel like they are a part of something and they don't get swept under the rug or looked over or anything, especially people who don't run varsity. They need to feel like they're a part of something too.
Yeah, I think that's really great, and it shows how you, as a leader, contrast the other leaders, and you all have different skills and what you bring to the table as a leader. And I think the piece that gets forgotten quite often when people are selected the honor of being a captain for their team is that it's not just setting an example by training hard or racing fast or whatever. It's also by showing that you care, also commanding your team to do the drills and routines correctly. So I think that's the most important thing that you bring as a leader to the team, that many of the other captains do other great things, but you fill in that last important role. So that's really great. And being nurturing is important too.
Yeah.
So that's really great. What are your other favorite extracurricular activities or hobbies?
So I do theater in the winter and spring. This past year I did 1X for the first time, which is like competitive theater, and I went into that not knowing what to expect at all, and it was horrifying. It was very gritty, but I really liked it. I think that's something that I can do where other parts of me that don't get utilized in cross country can kind of shine through, and I can just try something else.
Yeah, running's sort of black and white in a way, but theater and other arts are, the creative side of people shows a whole nother dimension of
for sure.
Of your personality and using your mind and things like that. But running is all grit and determination and persistence. It's pretty straightforward in that way. Hard, but straightforward. Art takes a whole lot of different things, and acting takes a whole lot of different things. That's really great. All right, you guys ask me about movies and pop culture all the time, so I think I have kind of a fun one for you. I like to throw some fun ones once in a while. I haven't done a very good job sometimes with some people, but I think this one's the perfect one for you.
Okay.
If Frodo got married, who would be the ring bearer?
I don't know. Because Sam is pretty good. He's very dependable, but I don't know if he could handle it. I feel like he would crack. Maybe I think Aragorn's too powerful. I don't think he would take it. I forget the name of Boromir's brother, but I think it would be him.
Yeah, I don't remember either. It's been a while, but
I think he's just the right amount of detached from it to be able to do it. But I think he's close enough to Frodo that he could do it.
yeah. So hopefully some Lord of the Rings fans watch your interview so that they understand the question. It's a pretty
Otherwise, that question made no sense.
just like the movies and the books. Your answer was a little bit lengthy. It could have been even more so, right?
True.
Because it's that complicated. The interwoven storylines and
Faramir was his name.
Faramir? Okay, good. See, I'm not going to remember. It's been too long. But yeah, definitely. I thought that would be a good one for you, and you proved me right because you were able to elaborate in detail about both the Lord of the Rings. So, good stuff. What has been your favorite class at Heritage so far?
Well, I don't really have a specific class that I liked, but I really like computers, so that general like genre of classes, that's what I'm planning on going into in college. I really liked it. I took a programming class randomly sophomore year, and I just totally ran with it. I love computers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What is your favorite pre-race meal? Well, a little closer to
Pre-race
personal,
meal.
but maybe not too deep.
I don't know. I'm pretty inconsistent. I really like peanut butter waffles. I think those are good. Don't ask me about the health components of it, but that's like a solid meal. That's what I usually go to.
No, I think even if you hadn't really thought about why that's a good meal, I think it does hit most of the important parts. You have a little bit of fats, you have some carbs. It should be easy on your stomach and easy to digest. Variety of carbs though too, by the way. So no, I think that's a pretty safe one. I think it fits into. It's sort of typical because it fits all those nutrition categories for the most part, but it's not the stereotype of pasta or
For sure.
toast or. So I think that's a good one. That was a unique one. That was probably the most unique favorite meal out of all the times I've asked that.
Okay.
So I think that's a good one. Okay, two more I think. I think that was about 5. Again, I'm not so good at the math part, but these are the two that I always kind of ask, and you touched on this one a little bit, which is really cool already. But elaborate a little bit on where you are with what you want to do after high school and what your dream job is if you have a dream job already.
Okay, so like I said, computers are something I'm really interested in. Originally, I'm very passionate about politics and like the climate of the world. And when I was doing research for colleges, I ran across this interview of this one girl who went to University of Denver, and she was a computer science major, but she also minored in political science, and she did website building for nonprofits, which I think is a really cool combination of something that I'm good at, which is computer science, and then something that I'm passionate about, which is political science.
Yeah, that sounds like you thought it out really well. Do you know where you want to go to school yet? Do you have you mentioned you found one school that has a program, but
Yeah. University of Denver, I would love to
did you
go
say
there.
that and I missed it somehow?
I just said it like 2 seconds ago.
Oh.
But it's alright.
My attention span, as you know very well.
It's okay.
But you're so kind. All right, great. Well, you definitely have a good, well thought out. You're well on your way, and we talked the other day about. When I butted in like I always do, and I know that's one of the things you love about me, when I overhear just the right thing and I butt in, but I'm really happy to hear that. It seems like you have a pretty good handle on what you want to do. That's awesome. So last question,
Alright.
and this one I've varied a lot over the interviews, and it's changed a lot. I think as we bounce around on what I want this question to be, I think we want to stick with. I think with Heritage, I've had people go outside of Heritage, both in their schooling, and some have mentioned family and coaches. I guess you can still mention coaches, but don't mention me because I'm sure there's a lot of other people that have meant a whole lot to you too. So please give a shout out to somebody at Heritage that's given you some inspiration or support over your 4 years or 3 years so far.
My most recent English teacher, Miss Perry, I adore her. I love English, and it's not to toot my own horn, but it's kind of my forte. So if I'm being completely honest, I haven't had to properly try in an English class for a really long time. But taking her class was really refreshing because I actually had to put forth effort. She gives really good constructive criticism. It's a good balance of here are things you already do well and here are things you can do better. So I just adore her. She's my favorite teacher.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about her, and you're in fact the second interview that I think, because I'm pretty sure someone mentioned her earlier. So that's great to know that she's meant a lot to cross country. So hopefully she sees this and knows that cross country loves Miss Perry. And I appreciate that you did this for me and for the team, as you've heard me say to some of the others through these interviews. It was something that I thought I wanted to do just because of what everyone went through this spring and how quickly things were all of a sudden gone. And that made me reflect on how grateful I am to be here with you guys and how many awesome young people I get to work with that have made me better, you included, and all the others that I've interviewed so far included. And it just means a lot that you did that for me, but also for your team, and I appreciate it. So thanks, Olivia.
Of course.
Sorry I was only half paying attention to your answer about Denver.
That's okay.
But you know.
I forgive you.
All right, let's go run.
Okay.